My name is Lacey, and I would have to say that the most impactful things in my Christian life have been impacts, things that really hit hard. One day, on a Friday afternoon, actually, I was at a church small group, and it was after hours on a Friday, and my phone rang. And it was my insurance company, which was unusual to start with. But what they said was, "So sorry, we're not going to be able to cover your son's cancer treatment." And I said, "I'm afraid you've got the wrong number because my son doesn't have cancer." And they repeated back the name and his birth date and confirmed details. And I said, "But that's not possible because the doctor hasn't said anything about this to me, so you have to be wrong. Tell me more information." And they said, "This is all that we have. I just need to let you know that we're not going to be covering his treatments." Well, needless to say, I was blindsided. So, sobbing, tearful, panicked, my care group gathered around me. My children, along with some others, were down in the lower level of the house, playing together happily, not knowing anything was wrong. And my care group circled up with me and prayed. But honestly, I wanted answers. So I tried to call the doctors. I tried to call everybody I could think of that could get hold of those medical records and find out what they were talking about, because surely they were wrong. But it was weekend. Couldn't get anybody. The only person I could talk to was God. And I didn't understand it. Lord, how could this happen to my precious, amazing baby 6-year-old boy who seems perfectly healthy and wonderful, and what was this? So went from explaining to crying to pleading to begging to bargaining, all of the things that you go through when you're hit in that way. And through sobbing in tears, a full weekend's worth, what the Lord taught me was that my children aren't my children. My children are His children, and He has entrusted me to take care of them for a little while, but He loves them more than I do, and He is more capable of raising them and taking care of them than I am. And the situation was so completely out of my control that I had no choice but to give it to Him. So, amidst sobs, I imagine nobody could have even understood what I was saying. I repented of my selfishness and my OCD and my desire to control my own children, and gave them back to God ceremonially. Said, "They are yours and not mine. Do with them what you will. I trust you." And of course, that didn't change diagnosis or the things that we were going to go through following. But it completely changed the way that we would go through that trial, and changed the way that I understood God, not only as the father of my children, but that I was His child as well, and helped me get to know the inner workings of that relationship in a much deeper way than I ever thought was possible.